youngest Celtic ever to get 10,000 points?
It's kind of hard to process in the moment. It's a huge accomplishment. Extremely blessed to be a part of such a great franchise. And I've just been fortunate to be on some really good teams, have some really, really good coaches, and I obviously have some great teammates that have, helped contribute to, 10,000 points along the way.
Jayson, has it gone by fast? Does it feel like, the last 6 years has sort of just whipped by you while obviously, the goal remains to win the championship, but just about the last 6 years, like how does it feel to reach this milestone, at such a young age?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has gone by fast. I remember getting drafted in this building in, 2017. So time has gone by fast, and just trying to stay present, stay in the moment and enjoy it. 10,000 points sounds crazy to, just think about. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and, saying I wanted to be in the NBA. And, while I may have thought I would be one of the best players, and, to actually do it is a surreal feeling. So just kind of living out my dream. And, it was a pleasure having my mom and my grandma was here today. So besides Deuce, it was my two favorite people in the world. So to share that moment with them was cool.
Jayson, did you know you needed 16 points?
Yeah, I knew today before the game that, I was 16 points away. I didn't know I would be the youngest Celtic or anything like that. I just know I needed 16 points.
And there was a play in the fourth quarter where you pushed the ball and you gave alley-oop to Porzingis. He got fouled, but you seemed really pumped on that play to share the ball as much as you like to take the ball and you like to score. Is it a pleasure to share the ball? Like, are you taking more of in distributing and kind of being that decoy at times when you're doubled to give the ball to Porzingis or give the ball to someone else to score?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a team sport, and to accomplish what we're trying to do, we're gonna need everybody, and you want everybody to feel good about themselves, and you want everybody to get going, and if there's opportunity for somebody to get a three or a fast break or catch an alley-oop dunk, and you know how that feels, you know how that gets somebody going when that opportunity presents itself. Seeing your other teammates accomplish something or make a big play, it ignites the rest of us. So when I seen it running, I was trying to get a big play for for the whole team to keep that run going.
At the beginning of crunch time, I can't follow a switch and trying to attack, but then as the fourth went on, it was really you playing it. And it's like, it seems like the last few years and the games, you're really looking more to draw the defense and pass out a bit. So I guess if you look back on getting to the 10,000 points, how much do you feel like you've evolved to be more of a complete playmaker, and that became the hallmark of your game?
Yeah, it's just all about reading the game, right? I hit 2 threes, I got the layup, technical foul, hit the free throw. I got it going. So everybody, they knew that. And part of the game is just being able to make plays, and that varies from possession to possession. And that's what the best of the best players do. When it's time to make a play for yourself and score for the team, they do that. And when they start hitting and coming to blitz, making the right read so we get the 2-on-1s behind them, you got to do that as well.
I mean, when you look back to draft night when you were first year, how did you think you could win a game versus when you look at it now? How do you feel what's the best chance for you?
Man, I was ignorant when I got drafted. It's like what I thought I knew. First of all, I didn't even want to come because I didn't think I was going to play. They had Gordon and JB and Isaiah Thompson, Smart, and I didn't think I was good enough to be on that team. So it didn't even cross my mind how to close the game out, how to finish. I was just more concerned about getting in the game and starting. But things happen for a reason, and I got my opportunity, and it's been a long process. I've had to learn through the ups and downs, through my mistakes of, late game decisions or whatever it may be. Just growing pains and playing enough games, being in enough playoff series. You learn from those things.
Jayson, we haven't talked to you in a few days. You talked to made an appearance at Publix with the mayor, and a bunch of public school, kids. They ran up on you and they hugged you and they were chanting your name. What does that mean to be in the city of Boston, kind of a hero? I mean, you grew up in St. Louis, and I know you had your sports heroes, but to kind of be a sports hero in Boston and to see the love you get from kids who look up and want to be like you, what does that mean?
It means a lot, and I think I did an interview this summer where I've said over the last year and a half, 2 years, I've really felt that connection with the city of Boston. And when I said that, I meant the people that I know, the people I don't know, people I see at the gas station, and doing more things like that, going to the children's hospital, surprising the kids at the high school, and seeing those genuine reactions of the excitement on their faces when I walked in. That brought me joy. I was happy to be there, and I understand the value in that. Going there to speak to them, and that's something that they might remember forever. So doing more things like that, and enjoying my time here and appreciating the people in the city of Boston. Because it's a great place.
When you say that it's changed a little bit over the last year and a half or so, how have you sort of felt that change?
I think
what feels different, I guess.
I think just feeling like I am a part of it. I would say my first couple of years. It's just it's a weird transition. You get drafted, right? They pick you to come here. It's different. Like I picked what high school I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to Duke. So I've always kind of been a St. Louis kid. That's where I grew up, and that's just where I felt comfortable. So being 19, it was an adjustment. But you realize my son was born in Boston. I bought my first house, my car. My mom lives in Boston. I've spent almost a third of my life. So you really start to think about all those things and the relationships that I've built in the organization and people outside, just in the city. You really start to feel like you're a part of something.
You've also been on some really good teams here. Do you feel like this team has a chance to maybe be as good as any you've been on, even though it's only been a few games?
Yeah. Talent-wise, obviously, we have depth and extremely talented from top to bottom. But I think what's special about this group is, we got some really good guys, and we got some guys that really just compete. Like guys want to win, guys want to guard, full court press. Making the extra effort. You got a guy like Al sprinting back in transition and getting that steal in front of our bench. That might not show up on the highlight tape, but that's just like a snowball effect, and it's contagious. We got guys that work really hard, selfless, and I think it's a product of we've been so close these last 2 years that guys really just want to do whatever it takes. And it's shown. It's only been 5 games, but it's been special to see.
Thank you, Jayson.